Hi guys, challenge number 3, Drake Expectations with Pobble. We're trying a different tactic this time. I'm just gonna go through it and see what happens first time round without preparing any strategies or anything. So hopefully you'll get to see in action how I work out how to do things. I don't recommend that as the best way to do it because I'm a noob, but we'll see what happens anyway. Let's see what we have. So Garrick, 42 life, that's a lot of life. Us on 6. That is not a lot of life, so interesting there. Plaka Worm, 7. Oh, also, by the way, we have to win it this... Well, not this turn, but before Garrick's turn. Before he gets turn. Otherwise, he's going to probably attack and kill us, because we're only on 6 health. So let's see here. Plaka Worm, 7/7, but it's tapped, so hopefully that won't be a big part of this game. And then he has 4 giant spiders, 2/4 with reach, so they can block as though they had flying. Interesting. So 7 lands, 1 card in hand. Hopefully it won't be an instant, but we'll see. We have, so let's see, first of all, Talran Sky Summon, a great card. Whenever we play in sorcery or instant, put a 2/2 blue Drake token onto the battlefield. That is super handy, because we have a lot of sorceries and instants, and it's going to hopefully pump up the number of creatures we have, because at the moment we don't have that much at all. Let's see, Time Warp, oh, great turn, great turn, great card, gives you an extra turn. Target player takes an extra turn after this one. Got to be careful that you target yourself when you're playing this card, because if you target your opponent, they'll get another turn, and it's all very awkward. Unless you're trying to mill them, but I've never seen anybody actually do that. Talran's Invocation, 2/2 Drake creature tokens onto the battlefield. Essentially, that's 3 2/2 blue Drake creature tokens because of Talrand. Got 2 of them, so we're going to be wanting to play that down eventually. Rupture, sacrifice a creature. Rupture deals damage equal to that creature's power to each creature without flying and each player. So, how are we going to use that? We're probably going to end up using that to take out all these giant spiders, I think. We'll have to see. And then Sage Owl. When Sage Owl enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library and put them back in any order. Oh, and of course, Reverberate. Copy target instant or sorcery spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Well, that's going to be super useful with Time Warp, to use it to get 2 extra turns. Okay, let's give it a try. We'll throw down the Time Warp, and then we'll Reverberate it. Is that the best course of action for now? Well, that's what I would do if I was in a game, so let's see what happens. So, Time Warp, choose Pobble. Oh shit, messed up already. So what I needed to do there was do some special mana tapping in order to be able to play Reverberate. But let's just play on, see what happens. Normally you have to play these challenges perfectly, so that's an area we could change. I can play the Sage Owl though, and I have another turn, so we'll see what happens. Sage Owl, I'm going to look at the top 4 cards of my library, put them back in any order. Let's have a gander. Okay, so another Time Warp, so not all is in vain, because next turn we can Time Warp with Reverberate, like suggested. Furnace of Wrath. If a source would deal damage to a creature or player, it deals double that damage instead. Okay, so that can work well with Rupture, because now when I sacrifice a 2/2 creature, it's actually going to do 4 damage to each creature without flying, which would kill all of these guys. So I can see how they're going to use that. Blaze, X damage to target creature or player. I'm not sure if we'll have enough lands to pull that off. I mean, if we do get out the furnace, it'll be doing double damage. But still, that's only... I've only got 6 lands, so that's 12 damage. So, I mean, in a pinch, it could work. So, okay, well, next turn I'm going to want the Time Warp. I'll definitely need that. So that's going to go at the top. When you're with the Sage Owl, you kind of select cards to put on the top of your own library in reverse order. So I don't want Blaze at all, so I'll put that at the bottom. Time Warp's going to go at the top. It's which order I want the Mountain and Furnace, really. So I think I want the Mountain first and then the Furnace second, so let's pop it down in that order. So next turn, which I'll get another turn because I've played Time Warp, I'll pick up the skipping attack, of course, because he'll just get killed. I'll pick up the Time Warp, and then I'll try and Reverberate it without making a mistake this time. So let's see. So Time Warp. Okay, so automatically this time it's rearranged my mana, so that's nice. But you can use the mana tapping key. It'll be different on different computers depending on what your setup is. But very useful key, especially if you don't want to do what the computer's predestined your lands to tap. So let's play that down. Time Warp on me, and then we'll reverberate it. So not only is that giving me 2 extra turns, it's going to give me a couple of extra drakes as well. Choose another player. I want that turn again. Okay. So next turn we'll draw a land. We'll be able to play a couple of these down. And then the turn after that we'll be able to play, what was it? The Wrath and Rupture. And that hopefully will win it. I haven't calculated it all the way through yet. Well, we'll see what happens. YOLO. Okay. Drawing the card. So that's the land. Let's try and put down both of the invocations. We have the perfect amount of mana, so I'm actually quite happy with this how this is going. Yeah, and then Rupture is going to come next turn. And of course with Wrath out, all these drakes are going to do double damage. So I'm quietly confident. Now, again, not attacking, don't want to throw my guys up against these spiders, they'll just get eaten. I don't want them to get eaten particularly. So, poor Garrick hasn't had a turn in 4 turns. That's very unusual. Normally this doesn't happen for those newbies at Magic. So let's play down that Furnace, and then we'll have enough mana for Rupture. Not sure if we'll do it though. Now what do I want to play Rupture on? I don't think it really matters. Sacrificing creature, I'll probably just do Talrand because it's going to kill him anyway. Sacrifice creature, Rupture deals damage equal to that creature's power to each creature without flying in each player. Yeah, so if the spiders die, Talrand's going to die, so I might as well sacrifice Talrand. Got rid of all the spiders. He's on 38 health. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Ooh, 21. I think this does it. Lucky me. Okay, so let's... Oh, of course we don't have this streak. I think we still do it. Let's see how close we get. Can't be bothered to do the maths on that, I'm far too lazy. So cross our fingers, hope it does 38. Boom, there we go. Well, that was pretty lucky. Let's just... I'm going to hop back into that because I think the best choice at the start... I mean, you don't know the Time Warp's coming. So this worries me a bit because I think you should play Time Warp now and reverberate it now. There's no guarantee that by playing Time Warp and the Sage Owl that you'll find another Time Warp in here, unless you somehow know that already. So I'm not entirely happy that they've done it like this, because you have to have knowledge of your deck beforehand. Because I'll have a think about this, but I think playing Time Warp and Reverberate first is just the better way to go about it. You get the extra 2 turns for definite, rather than maybe getting them with the Sage Owl. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I think that's a bit unfair how you need to know what's in your deck. Turns out I got lucky because of the fortuitous mana tapping that I forgot to do, but oh well. So that's the challenge. I can't remember what this one called, Drake Army, something like that. And that's how you do it. A bit of luck and a bit of knowledge knowing what's in your deck. So join me next time and we'll go into challenge number 4, and we'll do the same thing again. Okay, I've been Pobble, and see you guys next time.